The philosophers have only interpreted the world, in various ways. The point, however, is to change it. The oppressed are allowed once every few years to decide which particular representatives of the oppressing class are to represent and repress them. Surround yourself with people who make you happy, people who make you laugh, who help you when you're in need. People who genuinely care, they are the ones worth keeping in your life. Everyone else is just passing through. The last capitalist we hang shall be the one who sold us the rope. Reason has always existed, but not always in a reasonable form. I am nothing but I must be everything. To be radical is to grasp things by the root. Go on, get out. Last words are for fools who haven't said enough. It is not the consciousness of men that determines their being, but, on the contrary, their social being that determines their consciousness. Religion is the impotence of the human mind to deal with occurrences it cannot understand. The proletarians have nothing to loose but their chains, they have a world to win. There is no royal road to science, and only those who do not dread the fatiguing climb of its steep paths have a chance of gaining its luminous summits. If money is the bond binding me to human life, binding society to me, connecting me with nature and man, is not money the bond of all bonds? Can it not dissolve and bind all ties? Is it not, therefore, also the universal agent of separation? Under no pretext should arms and ammunition be surrendered. Any attempt to disarm the workers must be frustrated, by force if necessary. In proportion therefore, as the repulsiveness of the work increases, the wage decreases. Religion is the sigh of the oppressed creature, the heart of a heartless world and the soul of soulless conditions. It is the opium of the people. Communism is the riddle of history solved, and it knows itself to be this solution. We have no compassion and we ask no compassion from you. When our turn comes, we shall not make excuses for the terror. The tradition of all dead generations weighs like a nightmare on the brains of the living. Society does not consist of individuals, but expresses the sum of interrelations, the relations within which these individuals stand. Labor in the white skin can never free itself as long as labor in the black skin is branded. The increase in value of the world of things is directly proportional to the decrease in value of the human world. Then the world will be for the common people, and the sounds of happiness will reach the deepest springs. Ah! Come! People of every land, how can you not be roused? The ruling ideas of each age have ever been the ideas of its ruling class. The production of too many useful things results in too many useless people. Capital is dead labor, which, vampire-like, lives only by sucking living labor, and lives the more labor it sucks. I am a machine condemned to devour books. The education of all children, from the moment that they can get along without a mother's care, shall be in state institutions. The theory of communists may be summed up in the single sentence: abolition of private property. Money is the universal, self-constituted value of all things. Hence it has robbed the whole world of its proper value. Money is the alienated essence of man's labor and life, and this alien essence dominates him as he worships it. It is well known how the monks wrote silly lives of Catholic saints over the manuscripts on which the classical works of ancient heathendom had been written. Accumulate, accumulate. This is Moses and the prophets. Necessity is blind until it becomes conscious. Freedom is the consciousness of necessity. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Education is free. Freedom of education shall be enjoyed under the condition fixed by law and under the supreme control of the state. To be radical is to go to the root of the matter. For man, however, the root is man himself. Political power, properly so called, is merely the organized power of one class for oppressing another. Moments are the elements of profit. A spider conducts operations that resemble those of a weaver, and a bee puts to shame many an architect in the construction of her cells, but what distinguishes the worst architect from the best of bees is this, that the architect raises his structure in imagination before he erects it in reality. You must be aware that the reward for labor, and quantity of labor, are quite disparate things. Social progress can be measured by the social position of the female sex. Merely quantitative differences, beyond a certain point, pass into qualitative changes. Just as man is governed, in religion, by the products of his own brain, so, in capitalist production, he is governed by the products of his own hand. All science would be superfluous if the outward appearance and the essence of things directly coincided. The demand to give up the illusions about its condition is the demand to give up a condition that needs illusions. In history as in nature, decay is the laboratory of life. Criticism has plucked the imaginary flowers on the chain not in order that man shall continue to bear that chain without fantasy or consolation, but so that he shall throw off the chain and pluck the living flower. Ignorance never yet helped anybody. Every opinion based on scientific criticism I welcome. Sell a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you ruin a wonderful business opportunity.